Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Jennifer Clarke, and I'm here with my mother and Elke Clarke. And we're here going live for our YouTube series that we've been doing this past couple of days to speak to you about some tips and advice and also mindset information about starting an online business with Zazzle. And today, our topic that we're covering is get advice about Zazzle from the right coaches. And we decided to do this topic today because obviously Elke and I are the Zazzle expansion experts, which we've created this name for ourselves because Elke and I started on Zazzle in 2007, and Elke was very adamant at making sure that her Zazzle business worked for her and developed the 5 strategies that we now teach in our Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And that is how many years later now? I mean, 8 years later, we've been coaching because Elke decided back then when she first started her Zazzle business that she wanted to make sure that she was profitable. And now we teach those strategies that she created to our clients and our coaching clients. And so today we want to be kind of going full circle about getting advice from Zazzle with the right coaches, because there is a little bit of information out there on the internet, but not always very credible. And then also there's not so much information out there all the time that some people might actually think that questioning if Zazzle is a viable business or the right option for them to start with print on demand or making money online. So yeah, welcome everyone. And we have some people here. And if you want to comment, we can see the comments and I will be showing them on the screen, or we'll answer any questions if anything pops up, or if there's any sort of feedback from what we talk about, because we always get some really great discussions going on these YouTube live videos. So yes, hello and welcome.
Yes, and I just want to say something to start out with. We started as Zazzle Designers, and we are still Zazzle Designers. We still have stores on the platform. We're still making money every single day. We actually just don't like to talk a little bit more about ourselves, and we would rather talk about our client successes. And as you know, it gets to be a bigger and bigger space. There are some people that are deciding, oh, Jen and Elke are teaching, so they must, be making a lot of money from that. It's actually much more important that you understand that we're actually not making that much money off of it. We're actually here to help our clients. And the way we have been able to serve our clients is by giving them a long-term coaching strategy with continued support that allows them to actually make the Zazzle business work. And we're so excited about that, to have all of these people all over the world do the things that they're now doing that they couldn't have done before without our coaching. And just be careful with, especially whether it's on the Zazzle platform or any other online business that you're making money off of, or trying to make money off of. You've got to really check out the coaches. You've got to really check out the backstory. You've got to check, have they been in the trenches? Are they giving you the right, are they just riding on the coattails of their actual success and just selling you a course and then taking off? That's what we don't want. We don't want you to think that about us, because that's not what we do, and that's not who we are. We are here in the trenches with you, and we are still Zazzle Designers on the platform, so we continually still have success, which is awesome, because I just made a whole bunch of referrals. Actually, in 3 days, I just made like $200 worth of extra referrals that, it's just one of these things where you can't really constantly claim that you're the expert and just prove things on the platform. You've got to also have the criteria, or the success rate of your students and your clients. And I want to really understand that and make you understand that today, because that's what we are here for. We love showcasing the clients that we can showcase. Some of the clients that we worked with are asking for anonymity, which is obviously something we respect. But we want to just have you understand that this is an incredibly robust platform that allows you to build a business that can extend to, lots of income, extra things coming off the, as side things that came out of it, which we talked a lot about yesterday. So check out that other live that we did, where we just talk about what happens when you're on the Zazzle platform and how much you can, benefit from it in so many different ways. But the most important thing is that we are the people who started things out because especially myself, Jen did really well with the 5 strategies, and she became a Gold ProDesigner pretty quickly. But what happened with me is I'm almost like a double diamond, which means that I've made enough money that I'm one of the top sellers on Zazzle ever. And what was really nice was that at that point in time, we were giving a lot of advice for free, and we still do. We have a podcast, we have a blog, we do these lives, we have a YouTube channel, and we're fully active, right? We're always giving and giving and giving. But what we realized is that you need a coach, you need a mentor, and that is the way that people don't just make a few $1,000s on the platform. They end up making tens of thousands of dollars on the platform. And so we were very fortunate to make that transition from being really good at selling on the platform to actually being really good at teaching and coaching our clients to do well on the platform. So that's what I really want to get across. Even if you don't watch the rest of this, I just want to make sure that you understand that. Make sure they get track records and show you track records. Otherwise, don't go with them, because they're just and that's, whether it's a coach on Zazzle or any other coach, you're not going to pick someone who hasn't been able to repeat what they did with their clients. Otherwise, you're just, giving them some money because, you're being nice to them because they made something happen, and they don't have the track record, right? That's really, I just want to get that across. And it's so important because a lot of people think that as long as they get the cheapest or the freest advice, then they'll make a 6 or 5 or 6 or even 7-figure business on this platform. And it's just not the case, right? No matter where you are in any thing that you want to learn or get good at, you've got to understand that you have to invest in yourself, and you have to get the people who truly can get you the results to be those people that you invest in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I want to start the whole thing. And I want a lot of people here, the one and only thing that anyone ever talks about when they come to they go I love this. You've given us so much help. It's been really helpful. Everything's so, you really know what you're talking about. I can see that you've got a lot of clients that have been successful, and I just want to be just like them. I want to get that same success. But then they go oh, but your program's too expensive. And it's it's not actually. It's actually incredibly inexpensive for the results that our clients get. And I think that's what's really important at this point to understand. It's not what you think is expensive. It's what it costs to get that value, right? And we want to make sure that you understand the value as part of what we do here live today, is just to understand the value of having something for an entire year with all the strategies that it took Jen and I to work out for 4 or 5 years on the platform, and then to give you just hand it to you on a plate, and then give you a year of just open whatever questions you have, whatever you want to know, we're there for you, right? And it's a really cool program that we've developed. Initially, it was a course. People loved it, and then they wanted more, and then all of a sudden, they wanted more, and they wanted more. So now we're incredibly good at moving people through the entire system of starting, being an intermediate, being an advanced, and being a super amazing seller on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our clients have made over $200,000 in 1 year after doing a certain level of our training. And so that's it may not seem like a lot to you, because you see all these people out there that are claiming you can make $100,000 or $1 million in a month. please be careful with those people, because that's, first of all, revenue. That's not profit. We're talking profit. And the profit is after expenses. And that's so important to remember that. Don't get tricked by those big numbers. Look at the profit and look at the time frame it took them to do that, make that profit. Okay, I just went
Yeah.
on soapbox there.
No, I think too, and what was it? I had two couple of points which we were talking about, and it kind of got me thinking. So we were doing the math the other day, right, for the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, which is our main coaching program that we always recommend to everyone. We offer other services as well for coaching, but it's the all-inclusive MBA program for Zazzle. And
Yeah,
the math on how much it cost per day was, what was it? Less than $10 or less than $11.
less than
They
$10. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point in time, right? And we've always changed our prices, or we might have a different price point, or at the time of this recording, though, we kind of did the math, and we're thinking, like, for people who go out and they buy a Starbucks coffee, or if you go and get a donut, or even if I go to in Canada, we have Tim Hortons, right? And I go and get a coffee and a sandwich or whatever, and it's almost $20 now, and that's just to get something to eat for breakfast. And so to have that amount of money be available to have you be part of a community. We have everybody who is part of our coaching program not only gets access to our recorded material and also our modules for the 5 strategies, but then each week we have a weekly call. And then you also get to be part of this really all-inclusive, I almost want to call it like a club, which is kind of neat that we've created, because everybody who has joined our program can interact with everyone. And some people have actually made lifelong friends and accountability partners in our program because they've realized that they are the same personality type, or they actually live quite close in location in the world, and they actually get together in person, which is kind of neat too. So it's not only just also like it's everything to do with the coaching and the training, but then the whole experience as well is just really incredible. And then the second point that I wanted to make too, that you said, was that we have helped people, and then everybody, in terms of their credibility and how much money they have helped their students or clients make within their training. Like, what number are we up to now? $160 million worth of sales on Zazzle that has been sold by our clients collectively, based on the fact that they've been part of our training and coaching of some fashion, right?
And
Which is
that's
kind of,
actually only about 50% of the people that have gone through the training, because we don't, not everyone shares their earnings.
yeah.
So about 50% have given us their earnings amounts, and they keep giving us their, consecutive, how they increase and so on. So it really, very helpful to thank you to everyone who does that. But yeah, that's about 50%. So in 7 years, 160 million of babies, basically half of the people that we've taught. So if you want to double that, we're really helping a lot of people. And yeah, it's so exciting.
Yeah. And then also it's kind of neat to be part of that statistic too. And like, I've been part of a collective group that has made this much money on Zazzle. And the other day we were doing one of our coaching client calls for our Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And one of our clients actually said to us, I've been on Zazzle for a really long time, and she's also been part of our coaching for a couple years, and seen the progress of what Zazzle has now become and what's on the platform,
Yeah.
and the trend, like the trending way to the trending up leveling, I would call it, because Zazzle was a completely different platform not even a couple of years ago, but because there has been such a change in the leveling up of designs and also professionalism and branding, that I think Elke and I can both attest to the fact that we've changed the platform based on the fact that most of our clients, or most of the people that even be showcased on the homepage are our clients, more than 50%. And so our training and coaching, and especially the 5 strategies that Elke had implemented at the beginning, and also the interactive training and coaching that we give our clients now, has made Zazzle be the platform that it is today, that is up leveled. Obviously, I can't claim everything because Zazzle does a lot of work and there are other independent designers, but I think there is this huge trend to make it more professional on Zazzle, because both Elke and I, were very adamant at teaching our clients, you have to treat it as a business and not as a hobby. And you have to show a professional side of your storefront or even your products and make them very intentional. Because Zazzle, when we first started out, was very much a mishmash of people just almost kind of like finding clip art online and then posting them on products. And it was a very different feeling to what the platform is today. And that was kind of neat that one of our clients had come up to us and said it online in front of everybody in our coaching program. I see a difference because I think it's basically you ladies who changed the way the platform looks and feels today based on product choices and product designs, and also just, the design skill level that people have on Zazzle now.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm nodding, but it's true. Didn't really consider it, but yes, that's what we teach. We teach people how to be very professional with their designs. We help them up level from basic clip art or just sort of basic. We always teach them to get to that 90% or more of where they can compete with the top competitors, not even within Zazzle, but also outside of Zazzle, because obviously all the products that Zazzle features are also fed onto Google searches. And then if you post it on the Pinterest, then you've got all these different platforms that you can be competitive with. So when we teach our clients, that's what we want to do. We don't want them just to be, okay on the Zazzle platform. We want them to be the top sellers. And that's truly what has happened. We did a little exercise yesterday or the day before on the 2nd of September. And so I don't know if it's going to be changed now if you watch this later. So be careful. Don't say, oh, no, that's not true. But on the 2nd of September, Jen and I went through the homepage, and we started on the homepage. And first of all, 6 out of the 8 top products that they were promoting on the very top, like welcome to Zazzle, Labor Day sale. And then underneath there were 8 products. 6 of those products were from our clients. So that's cool. Then you go down below, it's like shop these different areas, like, baby shower and whatever else, and home decor, etc., electronics. And we did a little exercise. We went through everything and clicked on all the buttons and checked on, what was on each landing page. At least 30 to 50% of most of the landing pages were all our clients' products. Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you can't that's just stunned me, actually, that it was that much. But it's awesome because first of all, it means that they're all doing well. They're also being featured, so they get to sell more. And it's really exciting because all the clients are all in all these different niches, and they're all doing well because we teach these very generic principles, but they're incredibly adaptable to the Zazzle platform, where you actually end up becoming like the featured product. Your products become featured. I always say that's how much we actually decide to, we're vested in those products, even ours.
Well, I
We
think
say,
it makes sense when you say you're
you're
featured because you're the
on
designer.
yeah, we're on the page. It's the products that are on the page, but it's we say we are on the page because it means a lot, right? It's your brand, it's your identity, it's how you're going to get that little hook to make sure that people then will click on your product and either purchase it or get to know you better. And so it's definitely a win if you're on these landing pages.
Yeah. Yeah. And interesting too, coming back to getting advice from the right coaches, we had somebody who just recently come into our community and found us on YouTube. She was doing some research and she had found some other people, and she had not yet, correct me if I'm wrong, like started fully invested in being on the Zazzle platform, but she was doing some background research.
Yeah.
And she wanted to see if Zazzle was actually viable, which is interesting because a lot of our clients come to us, whether they've been on Zazzle for a while and they kind of know what they're talking about when they say Zazzle. And some people find us just because they're looking for opportunities to make money online, but they actually don't know what Zazzle completely is. And this one woman, she gave us some feedback because we always love finding out where people have found us from and sort of your journey on discovering who Jen and Elke are and all of that. And she had said that she had done some research on YouTube and on the internet and found a couple other people, but their videos or their content or their credibility was sort of wishy-washy, and she didn't actually even resonate with their personalities as well. And she came and found us and was really surprised and actually felt very confident and comfortable in actually starting an online business with Zazzle because of the way that we portrayed ourselves and also the way that we spoke highly about Zazzle and were very knowledgeable about it. Because there are some other articles slash videos slash content out there about Zazzle that maybe isn't very viable, and or it doesn't like look like it's professional, let's call it. And so she didn't know if she should invest time in Zazzle. And then when she came and found our channel and found our website and our blog and everything, then she really wanted to put in 100% into building a Zazzle business. And so if anybody who sees this video or if watching live here right now and you're sort of dabbling into figuring out if you want to start an online business and you don't know what Zazzle is and you're doing your research, and you haven't found very much, but now you've come across us, then maybe that will change your mind. Because yeah, I've like you go online and there's some places where you might find one little article and then everything else that's related to their content is about another platform, or it's just this whole over like an umbrella of stuff of how to make money online in general. But we are such specifically targeted towards Zazzle, and every single action that we take in our daily lives to grow our audience or whatever is targeted towards Zazzle and creating content that will help you feel comfortable in all aspects of it, right? In terms of designing, figuring out titles and tags, understanding even the community and the platform and how to utilize it properly, and then also branding and professionalism and promotion and above and beyond. So our spectrum of knowledge is like overwhelming sometimes because it's a lot, but it's really well worth it. Because yeah, if you were to find somebody who is possibly knowledgeable in just one thing on Zazzle, and it makes sort of sense to you, but they can't go dive above and beyond. I think what Elke and I really pride ourselves on too is that we are big dreamers and like we're very inspirational people in terms of like, let's do this, and then it'll come to fruition, or like we dream big and we're very playful. That's one thing that we always talk to our clients about as well in terms of mindset, is just be playful, right? You have to know that there's so much more above and beyond than what you actually have in your little box, right? Open your mind to new possibilities. And so when we speak to our clients and even do YouTube channel videos, etc., we're always going above and beyond because we are very excited and very inspired about creating businesses online with Zazzle. And so bringing that full circle is that some people might have content out there for creating sort of a course or coaching or whatever you want to call it on Zazzle, even an article, but they don't dive as deep as we do. And we say that we give 1,000%. I don't know if you want to comment on that, or maybe I'm just saying a lot right now, but I feel like we give a lot of information, and I think that all of our community and our clients know that for sure.
Well, I think that's the other thing though. Like, there's a lot of people like, let's just qualify that a little bit. There's always a lot of information out there, but is it helpful information? And I think that's where we're distinguished, because we don't hold back, whereas others are sort of talking, right? And they
Yeah.
sort of generalize. Whereas once you're in our community, we're probably more invested in your success than you are, because yeah, we go like, well, how's it going, did you get this done yet? And how, like, that's an accountability aspect, of course, but we're also just kind of like, when we see where someone is, because we've been in the business so long and we've also tried and failed and also succeeded in certain areas. I think that's one of the things that makes us different, is that we have experienced pretty much every aspect of where our clients are currently. And so we get it because we've moved past that and we figured something out and made it work. Like you said, being a dreamer, and also like, we don't let things stand in our way. And so when our clients are stuck, I think that's when we do our best work, is we actually understand where they're coming from, what their obstacles are, how they need to be talked to, how they, will actually hear and or feel good about implementing what they need to, without, getting like stuck or frustrated or, like overwhelmed even. And those are all sort of things that get taken care of so that they can become their best selves, right? And because they are their best selves and they have a really great roadmap that is proven with step-by-step video trainings, etc., whatever, and all of our background history, when they get even like a review in one of our live coaching calls, which we're going to do after this, we're going to do an hour. We're not just sitting there going like, yeah, the design's nice. Okay, go ahead. We're going like, oh, look at this. This is so awesome. You could actually make it this. You could do that. You could try this. You could, yeah, this is where we get invested in you, and we're just so excited because you go like, look at this potential.
Yeah. No, it's very true. We give, as I said, we give above and beyond in 1,000%. And we're very personable too. And I think one of the things that really stands out as well is that we, both Elke and I, have been through a lot of sort of things in our lives, ups and downs in terms of situations that have happened. And we really resonate, first of all, with Zazzle and having the flexibility of the job, because there had been certain points in times where when Elke and I were primarily working on Zazzle, we could take a couple months off because we needed to, just for life reasons. And so when clients come to us now as us as coaches, and we say, this is why you want to build this business, and they come up with their reasons and their whys. Maybe they want to retire their husband or pay off their debt, or make sure that they have extra income for somebody who's in need in their family, etc. Elke and I can really relate to those things, because not only have we had certain whys in our life for creating an online business, but then we've also gone through some hardships that people are feeling right now, but not only they don't always want to open up to it, and they feel like they're alone in certain situations. And then so when we relate to them and say, this happened to us, or we're very open and personable in our coaching program. We have a mindset call each month as well, and then we talk a lot about not only business but just life situations. And I think our clients really, really appreciate that too, because it's not just solely focused on business, then it's also focused on a mindset aspect as well. And that is very important, because that goes both hand in hand, right? And that's just me talking about our personalities, Elke and I, that we really care about our clients and care about where they're at in their journey and what's going on in their life as well. Because we know that it affects business too, right? How you're feeling today, and if you're going through a hardship, if you're going through a struggle, if something's happening to you in your outside world, irrespective of Zazzle, that will affect your Zazzle business. And so we do a lot of work to help people understand that there is a balance, and then also that we work through those sort of issues or understanding in terms of mindset with Zazzle respective, and that they have a safe space to talk to us about those things, and then relate it to their Zazzle business, because that's the most important thing, because people keep them very separate sometimes, and you kind of push away certain things just to focus on business, but your business is very much affected by other things that happen in your life, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, are there any questions that have come up that we need to address?
No,
Or
not particularly any questions. We had some comments, but I've put them up online. So, but if we want, we can wrap up the session. We do have, we have a lot of people online, and I can see them. So if they want to say anything, then that'd be awesome. But if not, then we can wrap up this session about get advice on Zazzle about. I'm reading and I'm dyslexic right now. Get advice about Zazzle from the right coaches. And know that the place that you're going to find information is credible, and that they also have the proof to back it up with their client experiences and also achievements, right?
yeah, we haven't done the the calculation recently, but I think we're up to 45 people that have been given like chance to get all the way from zero earnings to selling over $1 million, which is really awesome. And I think we're now up to 6 platinum and 7 diamond. And if you're in the Zazzle community and you know what those mean, it means that we've helped people get to like $500,000 in lifetime earnings, or $250,000 in lifetime earnings, or $100,000 in lifetime earnings. And it's been really exciting to see that journey, because most of these people actually started at zero, and most of them were struggling for years before they, like, even making a couple of dollars on the platform, and they never could do it on their own. And as soon as they got into the coaching program, then they started to do it.
Yeah.
So we're so excited for them, right? And that's the first thing that you have to remember. And then the second thing is, what I liked what Jen said about the mindset. So many times it's really like we're so good at that part. Actually, we're not trained therapists, but we've first of all, ourselves, as Jen said, have experienced quite a lot of issues in terms of getting over our mindset blocks before we could really function properly and get the results we wanted. And it would have been on any business, right? But we decided to try Zazzle, and because of that, we actually, worked through those mindset blocks while building our Zazzle businesses. And so now we're very good at helping people get over those. And it's amazing how the transition is. And you can just see it in their faces when they're on screen with us. There's like, they start out and you can just tell they're really burdened by a lot of things. And obviously, if it gets to be beyond our scope, we always recommend you go to a therapist, right? We have a lot of resources for you, and like Better Health is a really good one for just to start out with. Just it's an online therapy option. But for yeah, I mean, we've gone to the point where someone actually was in such bad state. We called police, and we called ambulance, and we got it their address, and we made sure that they were, someone was going to take care of them, because they were not in the best state, and they were about to, they made hints that they weren't gonna, like, they were gonna take their life. We get that involved. They matter to, like, everyone matters to us. We are here for you. We're not we're not a psychology, we're not doing therapy, but we realize that there are places where you're at when you're starting to think about, I need an online business for whatever reason, right? Like, you can be an introvert, you can be having a lot of trouble in your life because you might have, like, even somewhere on the spectrum. We've had a lot of people that are like that, and we just get them to understand that they're amazing, and that they're good, and that there's nothing wrong with them. And that's the first thing to start with. And then they're just missing the skills. And I love that part, because, like, it just makes me cry, because it's just so good to see that people get their confidence back, and they're feeling that they're going to be okay. And and that's even beyond those, yeah, use the Zazzle platform, but it's also, our business training is something you can then extend into other platforms if you want to. And a lot of our clients have, but then they always come back to Zazzle, because Zazzle's kind of the best mixture of everything. But the most important thing is, as I said earlier, just don't underestimate what you have as potential, and get the right mentors to help you see that potential, rather than being bogged down by whatever, like, lack of like, success, or lack of someone else telling you you're good or fine, is stopping you from actually just becoming who you really need to be here in this world, contributing. Like, we actually don't talk too much about, like, we talk about it in, like, in the public, we talk about selling, but in our courses, we talk about serving. Like, each one of our products that we make on the Zazzle platform actually serves a customer. It's not a sale, it's a serving. And I think when you have that attitude towards how you even approach your business, you realize, wow, and Jen said it the other day on one of our calls. She goes, like, I can't believe that, like, how many people did you sell that one wedding invitation to? And you go, like, yeah, you've helped all, like, X number of people all around the world get exactly what they wanted, to invite people to their wedding. Like, that just floors me, right? That's what we can do on the Zazzle platform. It's that makes a difference. And it's that actually creates the success.
Yeah. No, it's very true. Yes. And I think that we can wrap up with that because, yeah, it's very empowering what we help people do. And we've had some really amazing stories that we don't always share because they're very private, but we've had some really great emails and messages from people saying that we have literally changed their lives, which is very cool to say. And we're just very more so happy that we've changed their lives and that they feel now that they can share that story with us. Not that we have to, exploited or, shouted out to the mountaintops or anything like that. But we've definitely helped people, and it's really wonderful to have that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here and watching. And we certainly would love any comments you have afterwards, if you're watching this as a replay, because we're always here to hear where we can, give you more inspiration and help you out. And and if it wasn't for all of you who wanted to have the help, we wouldn't even be here, because that's how all this started. We wanted to help the people that kept asking us, how did we do it? Like, how did Jen
Yeah.
and I do it?
Yeah.
So
And just one last little thing before we all head out. In the description of this video, wherever you're watching, there is a link to a free masterclass that we are doing, and it is called Amplify Your Zazzle Sales in 1 Month. If you would like to join, that is for people who are not part of our coaching program right now and want to possibly get some more information on how to boost your Zazzle sales if you're struggling. And so if you want to sign up for free, the link is in the description of this video.
and that's in a very specific time frame. It's based just only between, like, for the second week of September, we're running a couple of masterminds. So if you're watching this video later, then just get in touch with us as to what we might be offering later. But sign up for this masterclass. It's really
Yes.
awesome, and
Yes.
it's between the 6th and the 13th. We're doing classes. Okay.
Yes, of September. Yes, because I always forget that this will be on YouTube forever. And the masterclass will probably not be forever, but right now at the time of the recording, there is an opportunity for you to join the masterclass in the second week of September in 2024. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
Sure.